Dear student, welcome back again in our today's lecture. So, as you can see that today we are going to discuss about on the topic characteristics of research design. In previous lecture, we have already discussed about the concept and need of research design. So, without further ado, let's start our today's lecture. So if we talk about the characteristics of research design, as you can see that I have mentioned few characteristics of research design. The first one is objectivity. Objectivity, that means objective findings may be achieved while allow the other researcher, other person to agree between the final scores, conclusions of the research. In simple terms, we can say that research should be unbiased and based on facts. To achieve this, multiple persons, multiple researchers should review and agree on the findings to ensure that the result is accurate and the findings is correct. Take an example. If we talk about the objectivity, having a multiple researcher review and agree on the results of a study to ensure the accuracy. Now, the second one is reliability. Reliability, that means researchers should ensure that research questions are framed judicially to make it reliable and provide the similar outcomes. That means researchers should produce consistent results if repeated. This means asking the clear and specific questions to ensure the similar outcomes. Examples. If we talk about the examples, like asking the specific questions like how many hours do you spend on social media daily? Instead of do you spend a lot of time on social media? Now the next one is generalization. If we talk about the generalization, the information collected from the given sample must be utilized for providing a general application to the large group of people which the sample is from. That means research finding should be applicable to the larger group beyond the study sample. This means ensuring the sample represent the larger group. So your study should be generalized. Now, the next one is ethical. Ethical, that means it should be acceptable and free from practices or procedures that may not be honest or may give an error or bias. That means research should be very honest, transparent, and respectful. It should avoid misleading or deceiving the participants and ensure that privacy and safety. Take an example, informing the participants about the study's purpose, risks, and the benefits and keeping their data confidential. So by following these characteristics, we can prepare a research design very accurate and reliable. Now, the next one is it should be proficient in obtaining the most reliable and valid data. Your research design should be proficient. Now, the next one is a good research design should be able to address any situation wherein any unexpected events can be accommodated. So your research design should be able to address any situation. It should not be rigid. Now, the next one is it also helps a researcher arriving at flawed and misunderstood conclusions. Now, the last one is it can adequately control the various threats of validity, both internal and external. So, your research design should be reliable, valid, and accurate. So, these are the characteristics of research design. Now, we are going to discuss about the essential elements of research design. So, here, as you can see that we have mentioned essential elements of research design. The first one is accurate purpose statement. That means clearly define what you want to achieve or discover through your research. What questions do you want to answer? Take examples like I want to find out how much time teenagers spend on social media daily. So, before organize your research design, before create your research design, you have to clear about your purpose. Now, the second one is techniques to be implemented for collecting data and analyzing your research. That means decide how you will gather the data to answer your question. Will you use survey, interviews, observation, or any other tool? Take an example. Like I will use online surveys to collect data from teenagers about their social media habits. So after deciding about the techniques, the next one is the methods applied for analyzing collected details. That means choose a way to make sense of the data you collect. Will you use statistics or not? Charts or graphs? So after decide the techniques, next you have to decide the methods. What type of methods you are going to implement on their research. Like अगर हम बात करें मेथड्स की कि किस प्रकार का मेथड आप यूज करेंगे, हमें सबसे पहले डेटा की जो टेक्निक्स हैं उसको डिसाइड करने के बाद हमें ये देखना है कि कौन सी मेथड के थ्रू हम अपने डेटा के लिए एनालाइज कर सकते हैं. नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन इज टाइप्स ऑफ रिसर्च methodologies. That means determine the overall approach to your research. Will it be the experimental, descriptive, or exploratory? For example, I will use a descriptive study to describe the social media habits of teenagers. That means decide your research methodology. What type of research methodology you are going to implement in your research. Now, the next one is probable objection for research. That means anticipate potential criticism or limitations of your research. What might others say wrong with your study? Example, some might say my survey only research teenagers with internet access, missing those without access. So these are the essential elements of the research design. By considering these elements, you will create a solid research design that helps you to achieve your research goals without any kind of hurdles, barriers. You can implement your research design. With the help of research design, you can easily conduct your research. Now, next we are going to discuss about the research design gives the answer for these questions. So the first question is, what is the study about? A researcher designs like a blueprint for a study. It starts by explaining what the study is about and why is the study being made? What is the purpose of the study? And where will the study be carried out? That means what the study is about and why it is being done. For example, a researcher might want to investigate the impact of social media on teenagers' mental health. The study will be carried out in a specific location, like few local high schools. To answer the research questions, the study needs a particular type of data, such as a survey, social media usage logs, or interview. This data can be found by a collection it directly from the participants like a surveys or interviews or by using a exiting data from sources like social media platform or school records. So the study will focus on a specific time period like a semester or a year to capture the relevant data. The researcher will then select a sample of participants like a group of students from each school using a method like a random selection to ensure the fairness. To collect the data, researcher might use the techniques like online surveys, face-to-face interviews, or observations. Once the data is collected, it will be analyzed using the statistical methods or software to identify the patterns and trends. So overall, and finally the research design outlines how the findings will be presented in a clear and organized reports, including the visual aids like the charts and graphs and written in a style that is easy to understand. By following this plan, the researcher can ensure a thorough and meaningful study that answers the original questions. So, we can see that in a very simple term, research design gives the answer about what is the study about, why is the study being made, where will the study be carried out, what type of data is required, where can the required data be found, and what periods of time will the study include, and what will be the sample design, and the next, what techniques of data collection will be used, followed by how will be the data analyzed, and the last, in what style will the report be prepared. So research design gives the answer of the following questions. Now, next we are going to discuss about the difference between research methods and research design. So as you can see that if we talk about the research methods are the procedures that will be used to collect and analyze the data. And on the other hand, if we talk about the research design is the overall structure of the research. So, in simple terms, we can say that research methods are the procedures that will use to collect and analyze the data only. But on the other hand, research design is the overall structure of the research. Now next, research methods focus on what type of methods are most suitable to collect and analyze the data. And on the other hand, if we talk about the research design, it focuses on what type of study is planned and what kind of results are expected from the research. Now the next one is research methods depend on the research design. And if we talk about the research design based on the research questions or problem. So these are the basic difference between the research methods and research design. Thank you.